Hello, I'm here today to share with you some of the thoughts I have by observing people, observing conversations, observing discussions I see online in real life or in the newspapers. Sometimes I hear these arguments of, America is a great nation, but they are 300 years old. Of course, that's not the statistic, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. Right? They get to be like, America is old. They've been independent. They have been a sovereign nation since forever. They existed before us and all that. Oh, this country is older than we are. And then they get to say, for example, Nigeria, they could say, Nigeria just gained our independence in 1960. And so we are a young nation. Sometimes I will sit back and wonder, 1,000 years ago, there were Nigerians. 1,000 years ago, there were people in the landmass called America. There were people in the landmass called Europe. In other words, we were always here all along. But maybe at a particular time, these maybe Caucasians decided to have a different mindset towards life, towards survival, towards existing on earth. And so they started making lifestyle changes that were going to improve their lot. Then maybe in Africa, we decided to maintain traditions that were not progressive, that were not developmental in nature. And then when we start having these arguments or these discussions that center around the fact that, we had our independence just a few years ago, but these people have been in existence 200 years ago. It sounds as though we mean that Nigerians or Africans or the black race just appeared only, 70 years ago or 100 years ago. We have been here. We have been here. It's just that these people decided to make decisions that counted in real life, that were profitable for them. And then they went across borders, they went across oceans to go colonize other countries or other nations that were probably greedy. In fact, I will have another discussion concerning this whole racism and colonization and all that, and how we blame the Western powers for the things that they've done to us. But my point is, I think that the land masses on earth have always been there, and humans have always been here. The black race have always been here, the white race has always been here, but the set of decisions that we make along the line will differentiate the set of people from the others. And so if these other people later on come and colonize you, and then maybe later on you get your independence, as it were, and I'm putting it in quotes because I don't even see those as independence days, because there are things that we know or we have understood that are really not independent about our independence. So we start counting our existence as Africans, or as let me use Nigerians. We start counting it from 1960, believing that that's when we got independent, and so we're a young nation. I think we are joking. I think we are playing with ourselves and making excuses that don't make sense. And it's sad when I see grown-up men make these arguments that we are a young civilization. No, we have been here as long as humanity has been here. It depends now on the set of decisions we are making. We have got democracy, we have got all manner of governments, but what are the decisions we make every day for our race, for our nationality, for our people? Are they selfish oriented, or they are unity oriented? Do these decisions center around general development for everybody, or we just use big words here and there to deceive each other, and then talk about nonsense in public spaces and sound erudite? I mean, some of the people that have made these arguments, you would think that the degrees they have would suffice for a person that should have sense, but it's sad that I hear a lot of nonsense from these people. We are as old as the US, we are as old as Germany, we are as old as any developed economy. It is our decisions that have kept us where we are. We are not a young civilization. We have always been here, but we have chosen to shoot ourselves in the foot and blame the age of our independence on why we are not as developed as the other countries. We can't keep on saying, oh, we're just 60 years or we're just 70 years. No, America is not 300 or 400 years old, and we 70 years old only. We are old as any other race or any other nationality. It's just what we decide to do, how selfless we are. That's what I think. Thank you.